If you are someone who is working out consistently in the gym and not really noticing any changes, whether that is in your body or in your hunger levels, this video is for you. Understanding your hunger signal and the changes that should happen throughout the body recomposition process is really important because it is a massive sign as to whether you are doing things right or not. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jodie and I help you change your beliefs so you can change your body, your health, and your life. So we're mixing up locations today for this video, as you can see, mostly because I just filmed another video for my inner circle, which is now open. If you are after extra support in your body recomposition journey, if you want an opportunity to get live coaching from me once a month, and if you want access to other masterclasses that will help support you through your journey, then check it out below. Link is in my description box, and so is any other information you might need, my services, following me on social media, blah, 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 all of that. So anyway, the point of today's video is to discuss hunger, really, especially in the body recomposition journey. The inspiration has come from a chat I was having to someone in the comments of one of my older videos, based on what she was doing and her hunger levels in particular, because she was trying to eat at her maintenance calorie intake and really struggling to get there because she was finding that she wasn't hungry. And to me, that is like a signal that something isn't right. If you're training hard enough and you're not even able to hit 2,000 calories, or I think her target was even less than that, but for me, like most females, depending, if you're really short, this is different, but most females should be able to eat comfortably around 2,000 calories as their maintenance and be hungry for that. Now, this girl was also training pretty much almost every day of the week, right? And she was doing a lot of activity. So the fact she wasn't hungry on the calories that she was eating and she was struggling to hit her maintenance, that said to me that something wasn't quite right with her training. So what I did was I basically gave her some coaching, and this is why it's so important to have a coach really walk you through this process in some capacity, especially if you don't really know what you're doing. And as much as this, you might hate me for saying this, but I am blunt, and I wish someone had told me this. The body recomposition process is really hard because it is not quite like weight loss where you just eat less and move a bit more, although that's not easy either. I'm not saying it is very hard, but the process is a lot more simple to follow yourself. Gaining weight as well, being in a small surplus and slowly building your calories up, that is simple. With body recomposition, your nutrition and your training really has to be aligned, and then your nutrition has to usually go up based on how your body is responding in order for you to keep making progress. But what I find from speaking to a lot of you, a lot of my clients struggle with this at the start as well, is training, even though you are following a program, even though you are working out consistently, if you're not putting the effort where you need to be putting the effort, then you can do all the workouts in the world and you can be doing your best with your nutrition as well and thinking you're eating enough, but you still won't be making progress because your training is off. Now, I have a suspicion that something is off with the structuring of the program this person is following, but basically what it came down to in the end was that she wasn't pushing herself hard enough, and this wasn't deliberate. It was a confidence thing. When I asked her whether she was getting stronger, she said yes, but when it came down to week by week strength gains, the answer was no. Basically, she said something along the lines of, because form is so important, she would wait until she really felt ready before she would increase her weights, and she basically wasn't progressive overloading every single week. And what I said to her is, if your program is right for you, then the exercise progression in that program and the periodization of that program, the way the reps change and the tempo changes as well, and the exercises, the way they change from phase to phase should help you keep getting stronger, and you should just be able to progressively overload, especially at the start of your journey. And when I say the start of your journey, that means the start of following a proper program and eating enough to fuel your workouts. It doesn't mean the start of when you first set foot in the gym, because you can be training in the gym for like years and still be classified as a beginner after that if you haven't been doing things right. Now, because she was just going through the motions and doing the workouts, kind of doing the same thing over and over again, of course she wasn't getting hungry. What you will find is when you are really putting that intensity in your workouts and you are going all out, this doesn't mean getting your heart rate up or sweating more. It means lifting weights that feel so challenging that by the end of the set, you feel like you can't really do more than 1 or 2 reps. Now, of course, at the start of the program, you taper off a bit, you leave more room in the tank, but as you progressively overload week by week and you are pushing yourself that little bit more, by week 3 or 4 of a program, or even week 5, if you stay on it for a little bit longer, that's fine, you should be reaching that point where the weights you're choosing push you to your limits. And when you do that, you will find that you are more hungry. And this is a really good sign you are making progress in the body recomposition journey, even if it seems like nothing else is changing at the moment. And that's when you'll do things like adjust calories and all of that to help you keep progressing. Now, I'm not saying to push yourself completely out of your comfort zone if you are not comfortable with your form in certain exercises, but that is when you might need to choose different exercises to allow you to push harder. And it's all part of the journey as well. And this is really important to understand. It is a big journey. There is so much more to learn than what you think. And that's why it takes longer than what you want it to take as well, because it's like another thing to be confident in yourself to deadlift or to actually feel what sauna should feel like and still be comfortable to then go to the gym next time and push yourself that little bit harder again. That is not easy to do, especially when you are not used to kind of feeling the soreness of gym. Like, my back is often hurting, but it's back pain from gym. And I said this to a client today. It's like, it's not because my form was off. It was literally because I was using those muscles in a way that I haven't for a while. And so, of course, my back is going to be hurting, but it's not back pain from like an injury or because I did something wrong. And it takes time to learn the difference. I think a lot of people freak out as soon as their backs hurt. And I have this conversation with some of my coach friends as well, because we're all used to kind of our backs hurting throughout phases of our journey. And of course, in some cases, it is because you've done something wrong with your form. But in a lot of cases, it's literally just because you use those muscles, and that is okay. It might not feel comfortable, but it's all part of that change journey, right? It's not always going to feel comfortable, whatever the change is. One more thing as well, with the body recomposition journey, especially at the start when you are a beginner, and like this is just say in your first year of training properly in particular, you need to expect that your body is getting stronger. So even though you might not feel ready to choose the heavier weights, that's like a confidence thing as well, right? You have to kind of push yourself to choose them and to try them before you actually feel ready, because you're probably never going to feel ready, or you'll feel ready in like 2 months' time and you could have used them a lot earlier, right? So every single week you have to go into the gym with the intention, okay, I'm stronger this week. I know it, like it's just how this works. So I'm going to try some heavier weights, or I'm going to add some reps, and I'm really going to challenge myself this workout. Obviously there's nuances to that as well, but that's the basics of it. Anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I will see you in the next video.